Hello and welcome to Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer, your host for the show today. We have a wonderful show lined up for you today. Jerry Bologna, who is the executive director of JEDCO. JEDCO has just been on the move this year and is going to talk about a lot of exciting things that they've been involved in. Marco Ramos will be with us. Marco is the Pastoral Care Director for Victory Fellowship, and they have coming up their Feed the Multitude event, which is just absolutely outstanding. Mr. Alfonso Roundtree is the founder of Gridirion Foundation of Triumph, in other words, gift. Alfonso was a former Tulane football player, went on to play with the Miami Dolphins, and has got a wonderful event they're going to be bringing to New Orleans. And finally, Mr. Lionel Milton. Lionel is a local New Orleans artist, born and raised in New Orleans. He's going to be talking about the Red Bull Curates and an event that's going to have 20 local artists involved here. And Lionel's just a good friend of Cox, and we're so happy to have him back. Again, Steve Sawyer, Across Louisiana. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Thanks again so much for being a part of Across Louisiana. We greatly appreciate it. We've got a great show lined up for you today, and we always started off with our good friend Jerry Bologna. Jerry is the executive director of JEDCO. Jerry, thank you so much for taking time. And when I say thank you for taking time, you have been busy this year. Is this one of the busiest years you think that JEDCO has had? Or
Absolutely, and great to be here, Steve. We're coming off of probably our most successful year at JEDCO, but we're not showing any signs of slowing down. Really earlier this year, we just announced the location of a new technology company headquarters, moving their headquarters from the Atlanta area here to Jefferson Parish. It's not a trend we've seen in the past, but we're seeing more of it now. That's going to bring over 300 jobs, direct jobs to Jefferson Parish, headquarters jobs, technology jobs. So that's been a real victory for us.
Where exactly are they locating to?
They're going to be locating in the city of Kenner, in the old Xerox building.
Okay.
Yeah. So over 300 direct jobs, several hundred indirect jobs, and we're starting to really stake our claim in this region as a technology hub.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is the success for, what you and your team do. You're so successful, you're having to move yourself, right?
Sure. Well, we've expanded our footprint, and we're in the Churchill Business and Technology Park. And actually, this month is another exciting month for us as we open our new conference center in that park. So we have the JEDCO building, we have our Business Innovation Center, which is a new business incubator. We have the Patrick F. Taylor Science and Technology Academy, and then this month we're celebrating the grand opening and ribbon cutting of our conference center, a facility that can be used for corporate retreats, receptions, all types of meetings on the West Bank. And then on top of that, we're really at the forefront of announcing the groundbreaking for Delgado Community College opening their River City campus in Churchill Park.
Yeah. What is it about Church? I mean, is that area become like the new area that's? I mean, a lot of stuff is going there, and I always. The racetrack is over there too, which is huge, and I mean it's all part of that area. And they got the golf course over there, and.
Yeah, I think if you look at Jefferson Parish, the East Bank is totally built out. So the West Bank really presents us with our only opportunities for new development.
Yeah.
And it presents us with an opportunity to do it right and plan it right and make sure we design everything to the latest standards. So we've placed a lot of our focus at JEDCO in Jefferson Parish. There's a lot of focus being placed on the West Bank to attract some new opportunities there. That's why we've put so much into Churchill. You mentioned NOLA Motorsports, which recently announced that they'll be hosting over the next 3 years the Indy Grand Prix of Louisiana, first of its kind here in the state of Louisiana. And as you put that together with the Zurich Classic at the TPC and Churchill and the racetrack,
you got Ilario Center over there.
Ilario Center, you really start to put together a lot of pieces and some quality of life offerings that should really help to stimulate the economy in that area.
Jerry, the thing for me, the bridge is finished, which is a huge, it's got to be a huge driver for that.
Sure, the increased traffic is there, the traffic counts are up. We just are trying to make sure that it's going both ways, East Bank and West Bank, and that's why we've placed so much of our focus on the West Bank. Recently the Jefferson Parish Council has put the study out for the West Bank revitalization. There's also a study looking at the rebranding of that area into the Fairfield area. So there's a lot of excitement, a lot of attention in that area.
Well, Jerry, let me just real quick, let me touch on your website is JEDCO.org. We've talked about a lot of big business. You guys are also there and probably one of the best resources around for small business, entrepreneurship, and things like that.
Absolutely, and that's the bulk of our work. The major announcements get the press, but the bulk of our work is with our small companies. On the way into the studio just now, I was answering an email about a startup company that was looking for a resource guide, and that's all available on our website. JEDCO.org is a tremendous resource, whether you're looking for sites, tax incentives, demographic information. Encourage everybody to go to our website.
And let me just, for the person that's watching that, if I'm just thinking about getting into business, you guys provide a lot of support and assistance. So again, we always talk about these companies and things that are happening, but just small individuals. JEDCO is a wonderful resource opportunity just to brainstorm, so to speak.
If you have an idea, if you're an entrepreneur, come to us, and chances are, if we don't have that direct service to offer to you, we know how to put you in touch with the right person.
Well, Jerry, congratulations on all the success. Here it is June, and again, you guys are just gunning and running constantly. We're always seeing the announcements, and when you guys are making announcements, that's always great news for Jefferson Parish. So again, congratulations to you and your team on all the work you're doing. We're going to put the website on the screen, but it's jedco.org. All the information on this wonderful organization can be found on that website. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana again. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. A very special guest in the studio with us, Marco Ramos. Marco is the Pastoral Care Director for Victory Fellowship. And Marco, it's a pleasure to have you here. And you guys have one of the most incredible events that you do every year, and we're going to get into that in a second. But let's talk a little about the mission of Victory Fellowship, because your story is absolutely phenomenal in the services you provide and so forth. So just give us a little background on Victory Fellowship, a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been around for 35 years, and we've always wanted to reach out to the community around us. It's been a community and outreach focused church from the beginning. We've moved campuses quite a few times, and we've been at Airline now for a number of years, and we've always wanted to have a heart for the city, a heart for the city of New Orleans, a heart for the city of Metairie for Kenner, and we want to continually be reaching out and just asking God to give us opportunities to be able to bless others and to reach out to the communities.
Now, is that your largest location, the one on Airline?
Yes, it is. It's right there next to Saints Training Camp, next to Budweiser.
Yeah. And how many campuses do you have?
We've got 3 right now. We've got one in Broad Street, on Broad Street in Uptown.
Okay.
We have one in Mandeville, across the lake.
Okay.
And then we've got the main campus here in Airline.
And so you would kind of work at all 3 of them? You're not really just at one particular campus, right?
I do everything everywhere, so I do whatever's needed at whatever time.
Well, as I said, Marco, you guys have, and we talk about a lot of companies and organizations on this show that provide a wonderful service, and I don't want to belittle anybody for what they do, but you guys, your Feed the Multitude program that you have on July the 4th, this coming year will be, how many years have you been doing this now?
It's 25.
25 years, and now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think last year, and this is all free of charge, open to the public, I can hopefully say non-denominational. It doesn't matter what any of that is. But
Absolutely.
Last year, if I'm correct, you fed over 5,000 people, and you gave away over 700 pairs of shoes.
Yes, we every year we give out close to 5,000 or more or less meals. It's not just you get a box of macaroni and cheese.
Right.
We're actually preparing food on site the day of. We're preparing it throughout the day, so they're getting a full meal. So last year was a huge success, and we're looking forward to what is going to happen this year as well.
25 years. Your website is www.victoryfellowship.net. We're going to put that on the screen. Okay. So information on the event can be found on that. Again, I always want to point out, this is free, open to the public. It's not even a fundraiser. It's just what you people do to give back.
Absolutely, yeah. You can find information on our website about the event itself. You can find information about the bus pickup times. We actually have a bus that goes throughout the city and picks up people from different locations like the New Orleans Mission. So you can find the times and the schedules there. And yeah, I mean, it's open to anyone that is, you know, hungry, that wants to help volunteer, churches that want to help volunteer. It's you know, it's not about Victory Fellowship. It's about reaching out to the community. So anyone can get involved, either in volunteering or in you know, eating and hanging out and getting shoes. And you know, we would love for everyone to be able to come.
So let me ask you this. 2 questions I wanted to ask. The shoes. I mean, can anybody just donate shoes? And I mean, you can find out all that information on the website, how I would go about donating shoes. And then if I wanted to volunteer, if I feel the need in my heart that I want to come volunteer and help, I'm sure volunteers is a huge piece of what you guys need.
Yeah, absolutely. We partner with Samaritan's Feet, which is an international organization that provides shoes for nonprofits and for people all over the world. And so we partner with them. You can, you know, donate clothes, shoes, whatever, at any of our church locations, and you can find all that information out on the website. If you wanted to volunteer, all you'd have to do is either go to our website, and there's a link, or you can call our church office, and that's 504-733-5005, and we can get you connected with the right department, because there's so many things that are happening all day long.
Well, and that's a good point, because even if you wanted to volunteer for something other than Feed the Multitude, I mean, there's other things that you can volunteer for as well. Well, Marco, listen, 26 years in the making. I know I drive by there every day on my way into the office, and I see the big sign that's up there for Feed the Multitude. It's wonderful for organizations like this to come out and do something like this, to give to the community in that way with what you guys are doing. I mean, best of success. I hope through this show we can reach a lot of people who may have the opportunity to not only volunteer, but come out and take part as well. Marco, thank you so much for being on the show. Best of success. We hope we have somebody here before this time next year that can come. Maybe we'll have somebody come talk about the success of the event. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana. Again, thank you so much for being a part of the show. We're extremely honored to have Mr. Alfonso Roundtree in the studio with us right now. Alfonso is the founder of the Gridiron Foundation of Triumph, in other words, GIFT. Catchy title there with GIFT and everything. Alfonso, thank you so much for being on the show. We were talking before the show, I mentioned that your name sounded familiar, and you mentioned that you were a part of the Tulane undefeated football team.
Yes, that was my senior year, and obviously a moment that we're all proud of, and you know, really happy to be a part of that.
Were you a Heisman candidate as well? Or?
No, I wish. I wish.
No, I was joking about that. Alfonso, let's talk about GIFT, and congratulations. I appreciate you being here as the founder of the organization. Talk a little bit about what GIFT is, the mission of your organization, and kind of the goals that you guys have.
Well, first, you know, in my experience as a former pro football player, you know, I created the GIFT as a unique opportunity to kind of give kids a holistic approach to a better chance at success. You know, I wanted to give those kids who may not have all of the privileges, or maybe underprivileged, who may not have, you know, the best resources and those sort of things available to them, an opportunity to be successful. And through the GIFT, that's how we plan to do that. We do that through academically, athletically, and through life skills. And so we try to provide kids, like I said, a holistic approach for success.
Now, have you been in New Orleans for several years, or?
No, actually, after I left New Orleans from school and went on to play pro football with the Miami Dolphins, and I'm back now because I'm bringing, you know, my project, the Gridiron Classic, here, which I'm really excited about.
And let's talk about that. So the Gridiron Classic, this is your 5th year, but it's your first year to host it in New Orleans, right?
Yes. Okay. So I started this project in Houston, and you know, the project has grown so much so that we've impacted the lives of over 3,000 kids around the country. Wow. Last year we were able to expand it to Philadelphia, Chicago, and DC. And now I thought, you know what, hey, I got to bring it back to New Orleans, a place that, you know, showed me so much love. And then I had the opportunity to, you know, graduate from college and spend a great deal of my life here. I thought it was only fitting to bring it back to the city. And so I'm really happy to be here. So this is our first year in New Orleans.
And you said you're permanently located in New Orleans, right?
Yes. No, I'm not located here. I'm transporting, but I wanted to bring the event to New Orleans. Yes.
Alfonso, the website, and we'll put that on the screen, is www.thegridironclassic.com.
Yes.
Information can be found on there of how to become a part of the camp and everything. Is there a cost involved?
No, it's absolutely free.
Okay.
The camp is a football camp, cheerleading camp, and health fair. And what we do is the kids, all the participants have to go through our health fair, and we provide a variety of different screens, health screenings for them. And that's sort of their entry or their cost to get into the event. And then once they come in, they get an opportunity to learn from former pros, both as former football players and cheerleaders as well. And so we try to provide the kids with a unique opportunity that they may not get every day, or that they may have to pay a lot of money for. So it's just something to motivate the kids and inspire them to make the right choices and do the right things in life.
Now, would there be, is there a certain, I mean, you have to cap it at a certain number of kids? Is this something where it's kind of like first come, first serve?
Yes. So on our website, they could go to our website, thegridironclassic.com, and we have a limit of up to 600 kids.
Okay.
So it's the first 600 that come and register who will,
and that's a lot. That's a lot.
That is. It's a huge undertaking, but, you know, we really have a good time with it, and the kids tend to enjoy it, and we really have fun. So
where do you hold the camp at?
We're going to be at Joe Brown Park.
Okay.
Over on 5601, I think, Reed Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah, so really excited about it.
And the health fair, that gets into, I mean, and it's great because when you think of a football camp, you think of everything I'm going to be doing is related to football, but I love the idea of a health fair too. So I guess you'll be getting into a lot of eating right and things like that.
Right. So we try to push the importance of health and nutrition. You know, eating right, doing the right things for their body, and just being active and stuff like. Because you know, ultimately the Gridiron Classic is a football camp, but it's not all about football.
Right.
You know?
That's my point. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, again, the website is thegridironclassic.com. Yes. It's been around for 5 years. This will be the first year that Alfonso is bringing it to New Orleans. So we hope it's so successful that you want to keep it in New Orleans for many more years to come. Again, congratulations and thank you. I always love to have people on the show that are founders of organizations like this, because I think it's great that you want to give back. And we're very happy to get that information out. And please feel free to come back and join us anytime you like.
We will. We definitely will. Thank you for having me.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Across Louisiana again. We thank you so much for being a part of the show. Great show we've got today, and probably one of the most unique, one of the best guests we could have ever had, which is a huge surprise for me. Lionel Milton is an artist here in New Orleans, grew up in New Orleans, is famous New Orleanian, and really doesn't like to do TV shows, but we got him to come on Across Louisiana, so we're honored, Lionel, to have you on the show. Lionel's got a great history with Cox. It's sort of we connected here a little bit, so we go way back to the 1990s. And Lionel, it's just an honor to have you here. And congratulations on your success. And
thanks, man.
I'm so happy for you that you're doing well. And we appreciate that this is the first TV show you ever been on.
Historically, it kind of is, though.
It kind of is. Well, Lionel, Red Bull Curates is what you're a part of right now. Talk a little bit about Red Bull Curates and what that is. And of course, it is associated with Red Bull, and it's okay. We can talk about that too, because you've also got a big event coming up in New Orleans that we want to talk about. So
absolutely. Well, the Curates event is it's an event where it's 20 artists, 20 up and coming and emerging and kind of known artists that are. We paint these coolers, these Red Bull coolers, which is a great product. Red Bull it is, and we have this event at Eiffel Society where all 20 of the coolers that we be painted by 20 different artists, will be at this event. So it'll be pretty exciting because all of us are different, very creative, and this is such a great event because it's the first time it's been in New Orleans. So.
And now, where's it been before? This, I think it's.
It's been in Miami. It's been in Chicago. It's been in Atlanta. It's been all over. Yeah, it's been all over the United States.
Now, is it coming to New Orleans to hopefully stay in New Orleans, or will it be in New Orleans just because it's New Orleans is part of the map right now, or?
I would hope, just creatively and just because we're just a great city, they would do it annually.
Yeah.
That would be my hopes. But I mean, I'm pretty sure they may give other cities a chance as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I mean, it sounds like such a great event. The coolers, is this something that people? I mean, can you win the coolers? Or?
They'll be displayed, and I think some of the proceeds, if people get them, you go to different charities and stuff. But for the most part, they'll be the winner will have it displayed during a scope show during Art Basel in Miami, which with Red Bull, I got a chance to go at the last Art Basel there, and Red Bull took great care of me. So I'm gonna give them a big thanks for that. So it's fun to go and check that out, man.
Well, the event is June the 26th.
It is, yeah.
And the website people can go to, and we're gonna put this on the screen, is www.redbull.com/Canvas Cooler. What a neat name. Now, at the event, tell us a little bit about what people will see at the event, because it's free and open to the public, right?
Yeah, if you're 21 or older, it's free, open to the public.
And 21 and older, because there's going to be a little bit of some libations there, let's say.
A little sippy, a little something, a little Red Bull vodka going on, possibly throwing around. But it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. You'll see all the artists. You'll see their artwork, mine as well. And it'll be fun to kind of, meet and greet and see what the thought process, the creativity was behind it, as well as, talk to some of the people that are involved with Red Bull themselves, and see how they got this started and what their thoughts and their process behind bringing it here to New Orleans. So I think it'd be a great place to kind of.
Well, and that, what that leads to, if for those that are up and coming artists, and I mean, is this a chance to talk to the artist, to get a little bit? So it's not something that they're kind of moved away from. I mean, you can talk to the artist, kind of talk about their inspiration and how they do things like this. And where the artists come from all over the United States, or?
I think most of the artists, which I think one of the reasons they kept most artists locally of New Orleans artists. So most of the ones I know that are involved, they're all New Orleans people, they're all born, raised, or have some tie to.
So if I go to the website, I mean, the artists are already set. The website's going to give me all the information on the event and everything to come to. Again, free and open to the public. Got to be 21 or over.
21 or over, yeah.
Key phrase there. We don't want to promote too much, but key thing there. But 21 or over, there's going to be some.
We'll have some
libation
fun.
there.
Yeah, it's New Orleans. We have some New Orleans fun.
June the 26th, and where's the site at?
Eiffel Society. It's on St. Charles Avenue. Yeah, right up there. Yeah.
Lionel, it's so great to see you.
It's great to see, man. We got so much we can talk. It's great. It's great to see you.
I'll see you on June 26th.
And we'll have that conversation there.
Have that conversation.
Yes, we will.
But I'm happy for your success, and listen,
likewise.
A lot of success with this, and I'm so glad that the 5 before have been so well done. And before we go, I wanted to talk about the 2 pieces here. Now, these are pieces that represent.
These are just 2 pieces I did recently. Just paint all the time, draw all the time, and it kind of represents a bit of the style you'll see on the Red Bull coolers the night of who comes to the event. So this is just an example of, my second line style, my being from New Orleans, my Crescent City type of stuff. I love moons.
Where do you display most of your work at?
Shoot, I've had the opportunity, honestly, all over the world. It's kind of fun. I just kind of keep it private and fun, and yeah.
And you want to keep it that way, right?
Oh yeah, I live here, so I'm enjoying my life in New Orleans.
Yeah. It's absolutely great to see you.
Hey,
congratulations
likewise,
again on your success.
Hey, man,
and look forward on June 26th, and maybe we'd love to have you come back and talk about other things that you have going on. Please feel free to always keep us posted. You've been watching Across Louisiana. My name is Steve Sawyer. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, and we'll see you next time.